All right, and we're live. And this time I don't even have to open up the fantasy calendar because we all know what day it is. It's motherfucking Halloween.
Yeah!
Uh,
Yeah.
you guys spend your last couple of days getting ready. And both of you have had kind of a full schedule for the past week. Whether it be running around and moving, honestly, recategorizing your life for the start of a new chapter, and for the other, learning a lot more about yourself and your partner than you would have realized. It is the morning of, or we can also say about noon. But I would like to connect with both of you to kind of see how you are getting on and getting ready. Who wants to go first?
Kicks my legs. Hey, Motiva had a session yesterday. I want to hear about what Flip.
Yeah, Falin, how are you kind of getting ready?
So Falin is making a whole production out of this.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I think she's gonna stick to getting ready in her dorm room. There is like a runic circle on the floor with like candles around it. She's sat in the middle painting on these like protective runes and symbols on her body with the fake blood.
Oh
Like saying a
yeah.
prayer the whole time. If someone walked in, it would look like she was performing a demonic ritual.
Fuck yeah.
But otherwise she's doing that, and she spends a while doing that. And I think she's also helping a lady get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Providing them with the blood pack, getting the bones just right.
I definitely imagine. I'm glad you know that you would have to give them the blood to be able to do the thing. But very, very easily, you guys kind of like get ready and just start like, I don't know, like kind of yapping. And just kind of like, there is a really fun air, I think, as you're kind of getting ready and you're getting in to the feeling of like it's like it's a heaviness, right? Because both yours uh Motiva's are like horror adjacent events, but they are inherently like joyous and celebratory. So the idea of being like, I have to get in the mood, I have to get in this super fucked up mindset. I'm so excited though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking little teacher.
And it's very much like this like mind echo chamber of like both of you like getting kind of like restless excited as you're getting ready. I think Eleni's concept is a lot simpler than yours, so it's, I imagine it's almost like, you know, when like a person is just like sitting but they're like twitching and shifting a lot, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I think there's a lot of being blasted into your mind. Are we ready to go yet? Is it time yet?
I like to imagine the like last step of Falin's process is her putting on the skull.
Oh yeah.
And then she just turns around to a lady very slowly and she says, I'm ready.
Yes! You're gonna scare the piss out of some 12-year-olds. Eleni going to stand up really quickly, and then I think goes to like put their hands on you to help you up before pausing, and then strategically going to like go on like your elbows to almost like add to more bloodstains on your clothes instead of messing up your paint, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I actually wonder if they would like legitimately like pause and be like, what now?
I was just going to take us over to see Motiva.
We go to see Motiva.
We got to see Motiva. Oh, let's pick up the Hezra skin.
No. Mm.
This is a very fun question for Motiva then. Do you think you come back and pick people up, or are you waiting at your house? Because you've been working tired. Your mom has been working you to the bone.
Yeah. I think like eventually I think Motiva wanted to be like, oh no, they can like drop themselves off, blah blah blah. And then like she's like in this moment, Mom, I have to like my friends, I need to go get them.
Yeah, they won't know how to get here. Please, it's really hard. They're not as good as jumping over here as I am. Please, I gotta go.
I have to go. I have to make sure we have to make sure nobody looks outside. Ha 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 ha. Sean, we're leaving. Sean, we're leaving.
Guess what you get to give me? We're gonna do a request action.
Ooh, ooh.
So a request action is a type of diplomacy. Go ahead and check on your sheet if you have anything to add to request.
I absolutely do not. All of my things are to make up for my perception being shit.
That's super fair then. Then you can give me... Yep, it is not secret. You can give me a diplomacy. You can do it with your physical dice. You can do it on your sheet, or you can do it in Foundry. If you guys want to get into the Foundry, grabs you. You will have to be there at some point today. I also set it up with the same dice module that Mackenzie has. So if you also want to, in your time in the middle of scenes, dick around with your 3D dice, feel free to do so.
Let me. Okay. This is a diplomacy check?
Yes.
Okay. Motiva. Motiva.
Motiva.
Motiva.
My diplomacy is very good. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Nat
Let's
20
fucking
plus
go.
15.
Nat 20 plus 16?
14, not
Okay.
16. I wish.
That's okay. That's still really high. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me look at request really quick.
Motiva, I love you.
She loves her freedom. Free her.
Free her.
I feel like maybe you're in the middle of like helping store all of the preparations for the dinner, right? And I feel like as Ansa is like almost like putting in like a Watergate salad to chill, something like that, right? And she goes to like pause and like look at you. And look at Sean, and then look at you, and I think that she's gonna just kind of like ask really delicately, have any of them been here before?
Flynn and Chad are coming. The
Yes.
rest, no.
The very nice Eastern Europeans, yes, I understand.
Yes, the very nice Polish and... I can't think of an excuse for where Flynn is from. I'm sorry, Mom.
That's okay. You can go get them. And she goes to kind of like check her watch. I imagine she has this like, there's this very specific physicality that I imagine her with, where she has like this really pretty like leather bracelet, and she goes to like hold up her wrist, and it's like actually a watch, but the watch face is on the inside of her hand. And she goes to check her little watch, and she goes to kind of ask you without looking over at you, and when would you be back?
Motiva would think, and she would say, most of the people that I'm pulling together have phones, so I'm going to say a little bit over 30 minutes. If it goes over that, it's not my fault.
How about this? It's 12 now. Don't come back before 3.
Or, I,
Gotta get everything ready.
If there are people here who haven't visited before, I'm not gonna let them see a half-made house.
We have a very lovely home. You all work so hard. But I won't complain. If you really need this, then I won't complain. I'll do it for you. Do you want anything while I'm out?
I love there's a stare coming from the mom as Motiva starts to babble. It was just so in character. I feel like Ashawn is like a half step behind you. You know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah,
Oh
fair.
my god.
And I think that Ansa just blinks at you and gives you a wide smile, walks up to you and gives you a little kiss on the hair, and says, "No, I'm fine. Go get your friends and have fun."
As much fun as you can have wrangling 9 people.
I mean, your whole life has been experience. How much more is 9 than 5?
Have a good day. I'll be back soon. And she gives a kiss. And then she grabs Ashawn. Grip.
Yeah, grip.
We're leaving.
He's already pulling you out of the house.
Go, 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 go. They get into the trees and they fucking planeswalk.
Yeah, literally. There's like a popping noise. I like the idea that like Ashawn was taking you out and you were just like pushing him like go, 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 go. So I feel like he walks first and you follow his trail. So I think that he plops in the stacks in the Biblioplex.
Cute.
Yes. I think that is a place that he hangs out in a lot and used to, as you all know. Puts my papers down. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna come back to Flynn then. So Flynn, you were gonna go with Eleni to go see Motiva. Do you think that that means that you are walking to her dorm like this?
I imagine she like Hand and Eleni's leaving the Quandrix storms with like a purpose, gets outside, stops, realizes she doesn't actually know where to find Motiva, gets out her phone and texts Motiva.
Nice. Texting.
Texting.
Because if you had gone straight to her dorm, I would have let you. Silverclothes would have had an opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we'll take Elena's hand again and march.
Nice. You march over to the teleportation room and you teleport over to the Biblioplex. your costume doesn't actually track anything anywhere because you are storied and celebrating this holiday, right? You're setting spray on, right? Elaney
Yeah.
is a little damp. I won't say that I think that they are leaving full bloody footprints, but it is like pink water. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh, uh, and you end up very quickly coming out into the biblioplex and kind of seeing Motiva. I assume dressed up already if you want to be, but if not, that's okay.
I think she would be dressed up. I think she would be chill with it.
Nice. You see a drow that you can only vaguely recognize as Falin, covered in blood and bones with a giant skull on, and you also hear like wet duck feet noises as Elaney is encroaching upon your location.
Is Sean
Hello?
dressed up too?
I'll say that Ashan is dressed up, yeah. Well, How much would you have tried to convince him to get ready early?
Only a little bit. I think she would mostly just be annoying him, just being like, oh, but we look so cute together.
I think what happens, especially being a scarecrow, is I think that he gets dressed with you when you do that, but I do think some of the costume is annoying because it's scratchy because there's straw. So I feel like right now he's wearing half of his outfit.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. This will really set the tone.
Yeah.
Of a couple's costumes on different sides of the spectrum. Motiva just looks up, and I think like the most recognizable thing is Falin's like purple skin, because nobody else in Strixhaven really has had that.
Yeah.
So I think it's literally just Motiva like looking and like staring, and then it's Elaney popping up that's just like, oh. Oh. Motiva's gonna walk up. She's gonna say, Flynn.
Hello.
She
We are ready.
She takes the skull off.
Oh, be careful with that.
Oh,
She like has her
Oh.
hands out for the skull.
yeah, she'll like pass it back. And if I had known that somebody was gonna go hard with it, I would have matched you.
I think I still have some spare blood packs.
I could put it in my Dorothy picnic basket and give it to kids like juice boxes.
Bloody juice boxes.
Yeah, I was planning on just hiding like ibuprofen in there and shit, but
I
you
think
know.
Elaney, you feel a ripple of speech from Elaney in your mind that just says, almost like, not like flat, because I don't think Elaney, like, is big into things like sarcasm or anything. I do think that Elaney just straight up says, that wouldn't taste very good.
Oh well. She does not telepathy this back as she just says aloud. Well. It seems like you're the expert on that. You look like you had a Shirley Shemple.
What? Me as Panini what?
Like a Shirley Shemple?
What the fuck is a Shirley Shemple?
It's me just being a shit.
Okay, I got scared. I was like, what are you imparting upon me right now?
I was imagining a Shirley Temple, but with shrimp.
Yeah.
How many shrimps do you have to eat?
I feel like this is a very weird description, so bear with me. I feel like the color inside of Elaney almost like ripples a little bit. And I think Elaney goes to say, I would know. I am full of blood, and it didn't taste very good.
Motiva just looks back. You fed Elaney blood?
The way you say it makes it sound like I forced them to do it.
Real blood? Blood?
It's not real blood, it's fake blood.
Oh, so your partner's a liar and a charlatan.
No.
Fake and real are adjectives.
And they describe a noun, so we're describing the blood. So was it real or fake?
It was the fake blood. But me saying that I am full of the blood you were talking about is not me lying. Send tweet. Eleni wouldn't say send tweet.
It has the vibes. You get the
Yeah,
essence.
Eleni
That's
and
what it
Motiva are
translates
having.
to.
Yeah, literally. This is like a Twitter argument.
Yeah, Motiva just kind of like looks over and just says, "Well, like it." The implication I got, because you're not using indicators, blood shifting in your bod aside, of whether or not you were being silly with it.
What's an
I would have.
indicator?
That's for your girlfriend to explain. I don't know science. I'm a law major, not English. But
What's
like,
English?
words. Word major.
But don't you go to Silver Quill?
Anyway, where's everybody else? You guys can tell me that.
I love her.
Don't worry. I'll give Eleni a Shirley Temple whenever we get there, and Eleni, it will be good blood juice, but because it will be fruit blood. It's called cherries.
Thank you. Smiley face.
No problem. I like to treat people good.
Go ahead.
This is really off topic. I'm sorry. Before you go ahead, I want you to know that if anybody explains to Eleni like indicators, they would start using them.
Eleni
Like-
in your brain just blasting this is / joke.
Like, well, because like they already are like telepathically and empathically communicating. So if you're like, well, I couldn't tell if you were being silly or real because like you didn't indicate to me that the sentence was silly, it was just words. Eleni would be like, okay, and they would start doing that every time.
I mean, it would work for Motiva, to be honest. She can't read Eleni very well.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
Sorry, you can go ahead now, Flynn.
Flynn was going to say, I don't know where everyone else is yet.
Motiva's gonna take out her phone and she's gonna say, "You get the twins. I'll get the cabin nerds." She like looks over the list in her brain. And she's like, "Oh, did you pick up Chad?"
He's your flatmate, that's
right,
fair enough.
As Sarah, I forgot he's literally right next to me at all times.
I did too.
Flynn wouldn't have left him. Fuck.
Oh, that's okay. If you want to
You're
say that
just
maybe
so
you knocked on the door
excited.
and checked in on him while he was getting ready, you can say that. We can
Okay.
put that in.
Okay. Flynn will specify then. I know where Chad is. He's either still getting ready or he's on his way out.
Well, that just leaves a bunch of silver quills, some people in a cabin, and the twins. Which one you want? I think, actually, Colin, I'm not giving you a choice. I'll go get the twins. You go get Anankai and Nim.
Okay.
I have things to do, as she takes out her broom and just keeps like doing that I'm watching you motion.
Flynn looking visibly confused but also like amused.
Sean scratching at a piece of straw on him. Don't we have to go get your silver quills?
We do. We can get them after. I just want to prank the twins. I want to be able to see them react to Falin, Ashan. This is important to me.
Falin putting the skull back on.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hang out with Doriga. So if anybody gets there early, I can tell you.
You're gonna hang out with a teacher.
She's
Doriga's
barely a
cool.
teacher. Her job is signing devil contracts.
Your job is not letting me make jokes.
Your
Goodbye,
job is to
Sean.
suck my nuts. He runs away.
They both run away in opposite directions.
Falin watching them do that, looking to Eleni. They're perfect for each other.
They're funny.
Okay. Falin will head to fucking Polly cabin.
Nice. Elaney is 2 steps behind you. Slap, 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 slap.
Slap, 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 slap.
Hell yeah. Okay, who wants to go next?
Me, teacher, me.
Uh-huh. Okay, how are you gonna do sick pranks on the twins?
Motiva's going to go invisible
Uh-huh.
in front of their door.
Yeah.
I'm actually using the invisibility spell,
Okay.
and she's gonna knock.
Okay. You hear a rustling before you hear a voice that you recognize as Rowan just call out, yeah?
Knock, knock, knock.
Okay, I'll get it, I guess. And you hear her go to kind of... Sorry, the coffee's getting me. Go to kind of... sound like she's waddling towards the door. And you see that she goes to kind of, like, crack open the door. And you see as she kind of, like, looks out, fully expecting someone to be there, right? You see that she, like, only kind of pokes her head out as she seems to also be in the middle of getting dressed. But you see that she has, like, a bunch of, like, red and gold, like, makeup, like glitter on her face. And you see as you're invisible, she just kind of like looks confused and looks around.
Boo.
Hold on, actually. That made me jump, because I'm cringe.
No.
She rolled a smooth nat 1.
Nice.
I feel like she's maybe like looking down the hallway when you do that, and you see her bodily jump like a foot into the air, yelp, and also slam the door shut, all in like one motion, where it's not even like a, oh my god, something's getting me, I'm closing the door. You can tell that this is just a spasm of motion and sound.
Oh my god.
And then you hear
knocks.
after like half a second, what the fuck?
She knocks again. She knocks again. Just bang, 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 bang. Rowan, it's your grades coming to haunt you.
The door opens really suddenly, and Rowan is like half dressed with her sword out.
Oh my god.
You can't fight your grades, Rowan. Stop. You
Who the
fucking-
fuck is that?
Jesus.
Motiva, if that's fucking
Jesus.
you, I'm gonna get you.
She puts down the invisibility immediately. She's like, Jesus fucking Christ, Rowan. That's scary. Put that away.
I wasn't gonna stab you. I was probably just gonna grapple you or something. I don't know. You're easy to
Yo,
grapple.
Not while I'm invisible. He didn't even know. He didn't even know I was there.
Dude. She goes to like shove
What?
your shoulder. Shut the fuck up.
She poses and she says, "Hello, Rowan. Rowan, darling.
Hi. if you're gonna talk to me, can we get back in my room, considering I'm half dressed?
I'm sure nobody's gonna complain about that, but yeah.
True.
Well, my brother mainly.
She goes in.
Nice. Rowan goes in behind you, and you see that it's kind of a mess right now. And you see that she goes to start picking some stuff off the ground, and she says, because this is a whole situation, and you see that when she says that, she goes to like look at you knowingly, but then she like looks you up and down, and she says, "Huh. You know how you explained it? I thought your outfit would be a bit more out there."
I thought about it, but I didn't. You know, when you have such a new relationship, they can't know exactly how hard you go with costumes. They can't know that I want to run around with gore and guts on my face. So instead, it's just a matching costume. And I imagine she has like bag with costumes inside for the other two. And she's just like, Shauna is also dressed up. It's from an old book, an old mythos from my home.
I mean, it looks comfortable.
It is. She pulls on the shorts and she starts like yapping about like, oh, blah blah blah, I got a good deal on this, blah blah blah. Like, did I blah 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 blah? I used this thing from another thing, and oh, I'm so good at recycling. I had to pay like nothing. All I paid for is like the basket.
That's so cute. Motiva would be the kind of person to make shopping for a costume be like a multi-step affair. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
I love doing stuff like that. I think it's so fun.
And she's gonna look at Ryan. She's gonna say, if you're only half done up, what you dress it up as?
I actually think while you're kind of like yapping, she's going back to like getting ready, which is very cute. It very much feels like this moment feels very much like, you know, whenever like girlfriends are like getting ready to go to the club and like one of them's leaning over the sink and the other one is just like, you know, chilling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually imagine that you see her costume come together pretty easily. And there's not a lot of indicators. A lot of it is like stuff that you've like seen her wear, kind of. There's like these shorts with these straps and some like high boots and like a really cute top that shows off a bit of like her midriff and like her arms. But the biggest things are her makeup. She has a couple bits and bobs, and then she goes to use like a little spell of some sort. I was gonna say a scroll, but she has a little bit of magic that kind of animates some pieces, so it makes her look like she has sharp teeth, bright gold eyes, and these bits on her back start to look like wings and a tail, and she's basically doing like a red dragon situation, but like in the way that people do it whenever it's like, I'm wearing an outfit but I have pieces to make me look like it, like how people do like a cat, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she's doing it with a dragon.
She's so cute. She's gonna pop and she say, Rowan, this is an awesome costume.
Thanks. I just, you know, we know my brother and he's going a little bit out there, but you know, when you told me that like a lot of it's gonna be like, I don't know, partying, I thought that we should be comfortable, and I see that that's the point. And she kind of gestures to your outfit also.
Oh my gosh, Rowan, you know, I have a basket. If you want, I'll like hold your makeup.
That, you know. And you see that means that she gets to reorganize some of her stuff, because I imagine she has like a thigh pouch, almost like a fantasy one that you would put like knives or like a holster and stuff, and like she has some stuff in there, but it means that she gets to give you some of her stuff, and then she gets to put other things that she needs, like her money, other things that a medieval girl needs when she parties. Yeah, like a juice pouch.
It's got a Chex basket, ibuprofen, a phone, some blood packs, and makeup. I
Hell yeah.
want I want a what's in her purse moment by the end of this.
You go to a
And you-
club and they check your bag, and it's like, if this wasn't Halloween, I would be concerned.
Yeah.
And Motiva's gonna pack it up and she's gonna say, "What's your brother going as?"
You see in dramatic storytelling that can only happen in a tabletop game, the door to the room goes to like open, and you hear Will's voice, kind of muffled, be like, "Rowan, are you done yet?" And you see that he walks in full plate mail with a closed helmet,
Oh my god!
and he is clanking.
I
and-
can't fuck him!
And then Rowan goes to jab a thumb over at him after saying, like, Motiva's here already. And then she goes, like, and he's being a knight because he hates my ass.
Oh my god! Matching costumes! Oh my god! She starts clapping her hands. She's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! It'll match with."
Motiva. You told me that people like to dress up together in, like, a theme and stuff.
Yeah! You know, ironically, you're gonna match Eleni and Flynn pretty well too.
Oh, really? Oh. What are they dressed up like?
Oh, you'll find out later. I think it's fun to have surprises, you know?
I agree. I think that sounds really cute. I hope the reverb is funny.
I'm crying.
Walk into a cup?
What?
Did you yap into a cup? How did you do that?
No, I put both of my hands like over my mouth, and I'm like talking into like my cupped hands.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yeah,
But he sounds like he's talking in a cup though, because he has the full bitch. You know what I mean?
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Metallic sounds.
Clank, clank.
Yeah, but he was just gonna be like, well, you're like a man from Sir Knight's-a-Lot land, so I don't think you're gonna be too cold. I'll give you a pass. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh my god, hold on. I'm trying to find a specific image of like what I mean, because I'm imagining like those specific knight armors that have like the really pointy face. I don't know how to describe what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I see it. I see it in my
Mhm.
mind.
There's like a plume. There's like a nicely curated plume off the top of it. No sword or shield, because I'm sure you told him don't bring weapons, please.
Yeah. Clonk.
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 Yeah.
That's all I have, unless the twins have anything else to say. Motiva's just yapping it up with them,
Yeah.
and she's telling Will to give her like some clothes of his or something, so that if he wants to change, he can do something about it.
I think that he will. I think that he will say that he has clothes on under this, but getting a chance to bring like extra stuff isn't bad. He obviously has no bag because he's a man. Yeah, right.
When I get you, Ricky.
When I get you, Ricky.
But I think that's everything like of note. I think they're just kind of yapping and excited. This is exactly like whenever they got to go to a festival in Rossona, so
Nice.
they're excited. Hi, Philin.
Hi.
So you're gonna go get the other two parts of the Kuel. You're gonna get Nim and Adonkai.
Yep.
Hell yeah! So you go and you teleport over to Witherbloom, and you walk over to. Do you think you want to go straight to Nim's house, or do you think? Wait, no. He would have taken. They would have taken the day off. Actually, yeah. You go over to Nim's cabin. And you go up to the cabin that you have now been in a multitude of times. Recently, and also last year, whenever Motiva was unconscious for like 2 weeks. Yeah. And you see that it looks about the same as ever. Some of the grass that had got kind of like stomped around whenever there was like 10 people hanging out here has started to floof back up. And the curtains of the doors kind of rustle in the breeze.
Hello, hello.
You hear a voice from inside go, I believe we have an escort. And you see that the curtain moves to the side, and you see Kai kind of grinning down at you, and looks over at Eleni and says, well, hi, you two.
Hello, we have come to take you to Halloween. Well, to Motiva, and then Motiva will take us to Halloween.
Of course, of course. Let me go get Nim. And you see that that requires just turning around and Nim, who's very visibly nearby. And Kai says, all right, it's time to go. And Nim kind of just huffs and puts down what they were messing with before standing up and walking over, kind of slinging over a sort of satchel across their chest. And you see that they go to smile at you, but something that you kind of notice whenever like they get closer is that they're not dressed up, but they do have a bit of makeup on as well. They have like a really sharp dark eyeliner and a bit of a sort of dark lip.
Plenty.
It's true. And a little bit of like contouring on the face, but it's not a ton. It's just something that they've already done. And Nim goes to give you a smile and says, well, we have some fearsome visitors. I hope that you're feeling well.
Yes, I'm feeling. Saying the best I've ever felt is an exaggeration, but it feels that way.
I just needed to make sure that the blood wasn't yours.
Don't worry, it's fake.
But if you're here to collect us, then we will be timely and polite guests, and we'll go with you to wait. I don't have anything else to do while we wait to leave.
I take it you will be getting dressed up later?
Yes. Motiva said that she still has our costumes.
Oh, I can't wait to see them.
Far be it from me to not partake in a cultural celebration.
It's very fun.
And Adonkai is gonna give you a pat on the back and says, well, come on, might as well not leave her waiting.
Yes! We go!
You go. And I feel like they are really talkative on the walk with you. Kind of like, not only checking with how you're doing, or like, what did you do to get ready, or like, how long did it take to get ready? But also, hilariously enough, I know we were like, haha, what's in Motiva's purse right now. Nim does give you the full gamut of every single like medication and emergency item they have brought with them, because this is basically an entire first aid kit with a handful of medications and also different kinds of like liquids with supplements in it and snacks of different kinds of supplications.
Oh, God fucking bless.
I can't not.
Yeah!
I can't not. Fuck the a doctor. Doctor.
You have.
Doctor!
And you will again.
Ferociously. Please, God, I'm so excited. Please let William and Bowen people in. I'm begging you.
Yeah, awesome. Are you kind of taking them to where Ashan is hanging out with Doriga?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. So you go and you kind of like saunter over to the central campus, and before you really, well, no. I'll say that you do. Okay, I do have a question.
I have an answer.
I think I know the answer to this question, actually. I think that I was going to say who do you think was faster, but since Motiva had to wait for the twins to be done, I actually think Felin would get back first, right? So Felin, you walk into student resources and you see Ashawn literally like sitting like on the counter, like ass on the counter, just kind of like dicking around with his phone. And Darika is just like doing paperwork, right?
Nice.
And you walk in with enough time to kind of like be not only greeted by Ashawn, but also for Darika to kind of look at you and just be like, nice.
Thank you.
And I think that she's gonna kind of like look, like stretch up to look over a bit and kind of like gestures at Eleni's snail trail. And just kind of casually be like, careful about that one.
I just thought of something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I imagine Felin's brought her own basket with minimal items in it
Yeah.
for the sake of visitation.
Yeah.
Could she have brought, like, some towels or rags?
Oh, 100%.
Specifically for her?
The Eleni rag that's just like,
Yeah.
if it's white flooring to like mop it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, when your partner dresses up for Halloween as a blood elemental, sometimes you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Gotta.
I feel like when you're doing that is whenever Motiva, your group, gets to student resources.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you do you think Motiva feels any particular way walking in and seeing Ashawn, Assat, Nim and Adonkai chillin' in makeup, Felin mopping up some of the pink water left behind by Eleni?
My initial thought is Motif just being like, oh, it's so normal here.
Thank God I'm the only normal one.
Thank God I'm the only normal person. And she just calls out and she says, guys, I brought the twins.
Hello!
You then get to look up Felin as Rowan comes in again in her really cute kind of dragon costume, very red, sparkly, ferocious. Honestly, looks really fine. And then you hear the I want to say gentle, but they're not. The very graceless clank 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 clank. As you see basically an animated suit of armor walk up. Sorry, go ahead.
I do think immediately upon seeing their costumes, Felin is up and excited and be like, oh my goodness, look at you both!
I think that Rowan is the one that has the quickest reaction, and it's kind of just like a because here's the thing, is that I don't think that you look the most out there. You are covered in fake blood, right?
Yeah.
Your hair is dip-dyed in fake blood. Which is an intense look, right? And so I feel like Rowan is like startled, but like I feel like is going into being like, oh my god, that looks so cool, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? And I feel like William almost like hold on, I think he like missteps and like almost stumbles towards you, where you're like, because like you standing up excited, him so shocked he almost falls on top of you type deal. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Well, do you catch him?
Yeah. I think she's gonna try to.
I want you to give me, I'm not going to have any really big negatives coming from this, but I do think it would be funny if you rolled me in athletics.
Okay, good. Let's use you. Okay. Skills and actions. I'm trained in that.
You are.
Ooh.
I did roll a 2
cheerleader.
though, so that's
Oh,
11.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. A couple of things happen. You
Oh.
also see this, Motiva. I feel like you see, in slow motion, Fullin jump up, excited. Will, shocked, stumbling forward. Fullin going to try to catch him and failing miserably. And I feel like it's not necessarily like he falls on top of you, but I feel like because of this, you both kind of like land on the ground, limbs kind of akimbo. And all you
Aw.
hear from William is just like a slurred and startled, "Are you okay?" Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
Fucking nuts! I guess here's the thing, because I imagine immediately what Fullin does is she asks if he's okay, so I like to imagine that they just asked each other, like, simultaneously.
Yeah, literally. They're such a meet cute all the time.
Yeah.
I love them. Motiva is immediately panicked.
Yeah, fair. What do you think they're doing over there, Motiva?
Motiva is just like, ha ha, he he, ha ha. This is what. Oh god, a pregnant woman has fallen.
Yeah, literally.
She like chucks the bags of costumes at Nima and Donkai. She's like, oh sweet Jesus, you too. Like I imagine she's just like, ah, this is funny. She turns around, hi, oh my god, I'm in love. Oh, clang. Oh,
Scream. Multiple people. Sorry, go ahead. Multiple people go over to help the both of you up, which I think is very sweet and also very funny.
Aw. Wow.
Yeah. I think that I can't even say that Will looks ashamed because you can't see any part of him. Which is the funniest part of Will's costume to me. I think he just goes to kind of like look at you clinking as he's like being stood back upright, and he's just like, "Are you sure you're okay?
I think Philin will go ahead and like she's not taking the skull off, but she's like propping it up so that her face is more visible.
Uh-huh.
She's like, oh no, I'm fine, I'm fine. Are you okay? That's a lot of metal.
I think because you did it, I think it's really cute, the idea of what if you like put up his little visor, and you see that he looks very red in the face, but he's kind of just like grinning a bit. And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I assume it'll be colder where we're going." That's quite a costume. That's a lot of blood.
Thank you, I got the heirloom skull. And she holds up the skull.
We love a family heirloom.
Yes, it was one of my original Denmaid's great grandfather who slayed a demon and got its head.
what?
Doriga looks up from where she's at.
Lynn, you can't say that here.
It was from the gates of Bazzoxan.
You fully.
Doriga shrugs. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Oh, but
We
if I
don't-
have a human skull.
I actually at that Fullin like whips her head around to Motiva. She's Motiva, Doriga's not a demon, she's a tiefling.
No, I'm a demon.
Wait, is she?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like fully?
Yeah, she's been a demon this whole time.
I thought she was a tiefling!
She's an Arcavios Demogoth.
Man,
Isn't it?
I don't know what
Pucks?
that is, but that's cool.
Yeah, she's really cool.
Uh,
They look different, but I wanted there to be a heavy abyssal presence here, so I made her a full demon.
Oh my god.
You can take that back. You can make Fulin not say that, but you can also make Fulin say that. And it would be
It's
fucking
yeah, she does.
funny.
She's never said it to you guys.
Yeah.
That's just something you find out.
Yeah, because she, from Ferlin's perspective, she does just look like a tiefling.
Yeah, she's just a really buff tiefling.
Ferlin, whip your head around to Dorigo. What?
Yeah. There's not like a ton on our KVOs, but like means that I have a really safe job position, you know? A lot of job security.
I'm sorry if this is insensitive. Did you come from the Abyss? Do they have that here?
Motiva looking at literally everyone else.
uh
What the fuck are those
so-
words?
So, this is me as Panini saying above. We don't know technically where the demons in our KVOs come from, but there is this assertion that demons in the multiverse come from somewhere else always. So, it's very like she would give you an explanation. But I think for the sake of saving my brain, I think she tells you in a really vague way, and then the rest she just shrugs and says, confidentiality. I signed an NDA.
Oh my god.
No, because now Motiva's gonna pop up and she's gonna be like, what do you mean the Abyss? That sounds scary.
Yes, it is. This is what my home's version of this holiday is about. We have a gate to the Abyss. A demon prince used to live there and wreak havoc on
What?
it.
Oh.
Technically speaking, I suppose.
Oh. Sorry. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. This is real.
Yeah, full of like shaking her head. And she's like, I mean, he was kind of like a demon of lust, I guess. Greed.
Oh,
I
hell
don't know.
yeah. Oh, that's less
I
cool.
mean, I wouldn't say hell yeah. He tormented millions of people, the downfalls of civilizations and all that.
That's what Prince. I can believe that.
The cultural whiplash of different priorities of what things mean is really funny. Motiva, Demon of Lust isn't that bad. Flynn is like, no, it was pretty bad.
It was pretty fucking bad.
No,
Kind of
it was just like a
apocalyptic.
demon of lust or greed, and it's just like, oh, the greed part is bad. Greed, that's bad. Full in.
Yeah.
He's the downfall of civilizations. Oh, well, that's just what they do. Read a book. What the
That's just
hell?
what royalty does. The hell?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Down with the
Man.
monarchy, even the demon one, am I right?
I'm alright, boy.
Oh god.
Motiva's she's gonna smile and she's gonna say, I hope you like showing Will your costume. I think you both had very good ideas and they go together really well. Ironically, you four actually have a really good setup as a group costume and you have me beat out in this, but next year I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, we could have a matching costume next year.
You're right! Then they're our competition. And we'll win.
I really like this implication now that there's gonna be a couple, a group couples costume of 4, and then another one that was not technically signed up together, but now it's like a knight and things that they kill, I guess. You know what I mean?
I think it's a funny.
Ugh,
I like it. I think I like it. I like
I
it.
like it a lot.
I like it a lot, especially because there's another 2 people that are gonna be in a matching costume. And then there's gonna be one that, well, I guess you could actually argue. But we'll see.
If you
You'll
say
figure it
it's
out.
Because... Okay. Motiva's gonna go up to Kai and Nim and she's gonna say, and here's all of your costumes.
Nim just kind of like gives you a long-suffering but amused smile and says thank you. No, I think that they would. I think that they actually mutter that because I think they say thank you, darling, and they go to give you a little kiss on
Aw.
the temple.
She would give a kiss back and say, I missed you. I hope you had a good break.
I did. I haven't had to even look at a concoction this whole time.
She looks to Kai and they're lying, right? They've absolutely looked at a concoction.
It's like a con. Sorry.
No, it's okay, I think that Kai gives you a conspiratorial smile and a bit of a wink and say, well, they've had to look at a concoction or two, but I have hidden all of their paperwork.
Ooh, that's scary. Good on you.
Medical malpractice. Please laugh.
I mean, I can laugh. They can't. Haha. Put on your costumes.
We are in student resources.
Motiva does a long, suffering sigh, and she looks to Doriga, and she says, "Do you support love and all of its wisdoms, and are willing to lend us a room?"
No.
Well, you are spiteful, and you hate love and youth and all of its beauties, and
Right.
Well, I thought I would get farther with this. You guys can change at my mom's house. Actually, if Motiva's gonna look to Nim and she's gonna say, technically, you could put it on right now. Only Kai and Ashan would need a bit of work.
We can wait until we get to your mother's house.
Oh, but you don't want a Keeg?
What did you just say to me?
You don't want to wear a Kigurumi? You look so
Oh.
cute.
I would like to get dressed at your mother's house.
I'll respect it. I'm just too excited, you see.
Don't worry, Nim looks like they're fighting a small smile.
She looks to Kai and says, "It will be a treat." Also, nobody's commented on my costume. Oh.
Motiva, you look adorable.
I think that whenever you say that, Kai goes to snake a hand around your waist and pulls you close and calls you cute.
She looks too pleased with it. She doesn't even look embarrassed about being embarrassing. She's just like, "Mm."
Food for my brain.
And then she's going to say, "And for our final trick, we need to find Giselle and Grayson."
They would be on Silverquill, yes?
Do you want to know something that's so funny? Is that I have literary power to have things happen at exactly the right time. And I feel like that you guys have been kind of dicking around for a decent amount of time. I think maybe it's about like 1, right? And so into student resources walks in a group of not 2 but 3 people. So the first person that you see is Grayson, who is put together in a very cute outfit, not dressed up as far as you can tell. This looks like something that he would normally wear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, Motiva probably doesn't like that very much. But you see right behind Grayson are 2 figures, and you see Giselle and Mina. And you see that they are dressed up, and you can tell because they are also covered in fake blood. And you see that Giselle is kind of like the visage that gets you first, because she is wearing all white, this like antique cream lace gown spattered in like bright red ink to serve as like fake blood, right? As she is dressed up as a bloody Victorian ghost. Mina is dressed up in a far more cute manner, as she is actually wearing an outfit that I think Motiva might recognize, and both of you might recognize out of character, where she's wearing this kind of like short, little like striped dress with a little white apron, as she's dressed as a candy striper covered in blood. So it's a bloody Victorian ghost and then a bloody modern ghost.
Oh my god.
And they both have makeup on their to make their cheeks look hollow, and they've got like blood red lips. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I feel like they walk in and Flynn immediately points and like squeals.
Yeah, no, just both Flynn and Motiva just going up and just like, oh my god!
Mina is also screaming like, "Oh my god, a hi! Everybody looks so cute." You see whenever you kind of go to crowd around the two of them, Mina comes to like get closer, but you see that they are Mina and Giselle are currently walking arm in arm, so Mina drags Giselle closer, and I think it's just like a fun little giggly time of like everybody complimenting everybody's costumes, because I think Giselle, despite all of the like colorless powder on her face, has a little bit of a flush, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you see that Grayson just kind of walks up with a bit of a huff and looks at everybody who's dressed up, and then the two who are also not dressed up, and he just looks at Motiva and says, "Are we ready to go?"
We need Chad.
You're right.
Motiva with swirled cheeks, pointing and wagging her fingers at Grayson about how this is a cultural exchange and wah 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 wah, while Chad thought that was really funny.
You see Grayson just kind of like has a smooth expression and goes to shrug, and he says, "I'm gonna get ready while we're there."
Can I ask what you're going to dress up as, or
No.
is it a surprise? Oh, okay. A treat for later.
Don't
I'm
act
sure
so
it will be.
excited.
I am excited about the holiday. I've never celebrated this one before.
Don't tell a pregnant woman how to feel.
Yeah, fuck you.
Whoa, Flynn, whoa. Jesus.
Sorry. I got really into it. I'm gonna get back.
Possessed by the devil that is called the bit.
Yeah.
Literally. I think that you guys go to save it, and I think that Grayson doesn't really say anything. But Chad does walk in. And I know exactly what Chad is wearing. Hold on, I'm showing you the outfit.
Please, God.
You're gonna love it. Hold on, I do have to find a good picture of it, though. No, please. Where is it? There we go. Hold on. Okay. Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah!
This is what I meant whenever I was like, I have to bank on you having told somebody like a recommendation for a costume.
Yeah. For the audience, for later, it's Ken from Barbie.
Yeah,
Yeah!
it is.
Fucking jean jacket, jorts.
We love a jean jacket and jorts. Abs out.
I like to imagine
Abs
his
out.
boxers say Chad instead of Ken.
Yeah! That'd be awesome. Hand stitched it himself.
Fuck yeah.
Flynn will also squeal when he comes in.
Yeah, screen.
You guys react that way, and he's in the middle of walking normally, and then he pauses, and then he starts to walk the rest of the way, like strutting exaggeratedly.
Yeah!
He gets to the
Flynn
end and he
starts whistling.
strikes a pose. Yippee! You look cute.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
It's got a nice spread, I think. He puts his hands on his
It's
hips.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. We got a nice spread of the silly, the goofy, and the spooky. Rawr. Rawr.
Rawr.
Rawr. Slavic accent. Rawr.
Yeah. Rawr.
Rawr. Rawr.
Rawr. Hell yeah. Do you think that there's anything else that you want to do?
Motiva's
Before?
going.
Yeah.
Motiva's gonna subtly. She's gonna in the middle of ha 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 rawr. She's gonna like cover her mouth and like look at Grace and be like, "Are you okay? No offense, why Mina here?"
I think you go to like message Grayson and you ask, "Are you okay?" And then there's the pause, and then why Mina here? And hold on. I think there's like a moment where he looks surprised. And then before he answers, I think he looks kind of, there's a bit of a twitch to his brow that makes him look annoyed. And he just answers in a really cool tone. And he says, Giselle was talking about it and she wanted to come. I didn't see any reason why you would want to turn her away.
Tiva has her pause now, and she just messages back and says, "I don't know. You just seem upset."
I think this is still through message, right?
Yeah.
I think the only response you get is not now.
Oh, you fucking read him.
Oh,
You fucking
no.
read him.
Oh, and now Motiva just has to be normal. Just be like, ha 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 ha
Yep,
ha ha. Kid
you
Birdie, ha, ha,
you
ha, ha,
unveiled
ha,
it at the
ha, ha,
beginning of the event. The beginning of the function, you already know the vibes are weird.
ha, 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 ha.
Oh my god.
I think like before everybody like steps out and she's just like, well,
Is everybody here? This is everyone now, right?
Everybody kind of like makes a motion of like looking around and counting heads. And there's a general consensus that yeah, this is everybody. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check our list just to make sure because I'm scared. Yeah, we got everybody.
Sexy. Motiva's gonna nod and say, "Okay, there's only a few rules before we go, okay?
I love how you're talking like a kindergarten teacher now.
Yeah, we're
Your
going on a
arms
field
and
trip.
hands inside of the vehicle." She's gonna say there's 3 rules. 2 are general Earth rules, and 1 is a house rule in my home. 1. Everybody has a human sonar right now. If somebody says your ears look really realistic, you can laugh it off and think they're stupid, because they are. 2, if you hear screaming at night, don't look out the windows. It's not real. Ignore it. 3, don't lie to my mothers. They will know.
I think everybody looks a bit perturbed at that, but everybody just kind of like looks around and like nods.
Mhm.
She smiles and she looks at Flynn and Ken. She's just like, is there anything else? You guys aren't from here, so I don't want anybody to have like really bad culture shock.
There is this thing called cosplay. You can use that as a cover if you need to.
In unison, everybody nods a little bit. Yeah, okay, yeah. okay.
Yeah. That sounds
This is me as Panini. I would like to ask. Well, no. Never mind.
That's scary.
No, don't worry. It's not scary. I promise.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
Yeah.
make you. I was gonna say. Yeah, full disclosure, so you don't freak out. It's because I was gonna be like, oh, maybe you should tell everybody about scare actors. If somebody scares you, don't hit them. But I don't think you guys are gonna go to like a manufactured haunted house.
No, a manufactured haunted house. Okay, so we're going to a real haunted house.
If you guys want to.
Hey.
Motiva just smiles at everybody and says, "Them's the rules. Is everybody ready?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never not gonna laugh at that.
I'm
sorry.
so glad. Let's go.
Teleportation beam.
Whee!
Okay.
Miva Miva Bee!
Miva beam. Okay. You guys go and you go to plane shift and you go to your mom's house. I'm gonna pause right here to let everybody have a little bio break.
Whee!
All right, guys. You guys are ready to go to Earth to celebrate Halloween. You use the teleportation spell, and everybody here like has a decent understanding of how to do this, right? I think really the only people you have never taken somewhere else is like I think actually like any of the native Arcavians besides Ashan. So like Nim, Adonkai, Grace, and Mina
Yes.
haven't gone anywhere with you. So they have a bit of a rougher time of it, if I'm honest with you. And you pop in to a beautifully decorated backyard. Motiva, this is not a surprising sight to you, but to everyone else, it is awe-inspiring. Flynn, you've seen the Corhonen house before, and it is massive. It is a house that looks like it could have had 6 people living in it. And it's still brightly painted, but now with beautiful fall decorations. Seasonal gourds and pumpkins and orange and black decals. These beautiful strings of light being threaded through the meticulously grown branches of the trees in this elegant backyard. The pond kind of in the center, with these glowing stones at the bottom to give it an eerie sort of look. And replete with little string bats hanging from the trees and very, very kitschy fake spider webs in all corners of the yard. And you see also that even though the pond is kind of like the center of it, there still is this sort of elaborately set up long table. And it has these sort of really nicely set seating arrangements with layer upon layer under each plate. You actually see when you come back, because it's about 2 if you come back whenever you said you did. As you watch, Ansa is still kind of meticulously putting things together and setting the table, and sees a bunch of people, 10 people, pop up into her backyard. Giving her a bit of a startled reaction, but she kind of looks at all of you and like kind of grips the little placement thing that she was holding, and she's like, oh! Well, welcome in.
I'm here to help. And she takes the mat immediately and starts putting it down.
Mm-hmm.
Helping.
Helping. You're such a nice little helper. Ooh, and she goes to pinch your cheek a little bit. And she is going to kind of clear her throat and says, well, if anyone else who isn't helping, you can hang out inside. We have a nice seating area. I'm sure Motiva's sisters could entertain you while we're waiting to get started.
Helping.
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 Kill me.
I do think Fulham will speak up and say, "Oh, if there is anything I can do to assist, may I?"
I think that Ansa goes to kind of look at you saying that and kind of gives you a look over, and I think she goes to sigh and mutter to herself and say, oh, I suppose you can help my daughter get set up. She knows where everything is.
Fulham will look to Motiva expectantly.
Motiva is going to look to Fulin, and she's going to echolocate via the power of friendship, and she's going to say, "Help me,
Help me.
help me." As she just motions out arms wide, and she says, "Okay then, that means that me and Fulin can play host while my darling mother is so kind. Everybody, please give a grand thank you to my mother, Ansa."
Thank you, Ansa. Thank you, Ansa. Thank you for having us, Miss Ansa.
Oh, Miss Ansa is her mother's name. Please call her Miss Corhonen.
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 How do you spell that again?
Corhonen.
Corhonen. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Or
you.
Hoen.
Or Hoen. Hell yeah. So you guys end up kind of helping Ansa finish setting up. I do think that like there's only so much they can do. They awkwardly wait in these vibes. So I honestly think whenever Ansa is like, oh, you guys can go inside and like wait and stuff like that, I think like a Sean would do it, but looks a little apprehensive. But I think Chad, sweet baby doll Chad, is gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go hang out in the living room, everybody.
Motiva's going to hold her cool hostage. They need to get dressed up.
Yes, they have to go inside the house to get dressed up.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I love the idea that you give them specifically the directions to your bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you send everybody away, and you kind of help set the table. And it's Flynn, the vibes aren't awful, but the vibes are not super relaxed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you get a little sneak peek since you're helping set up. You get a little sneak peek at the main attraction of this dinner, as like the goal is to have everything set up, including the food being there before people come out and sit down. So you get to see a lot of the Halloween festivities, and it includes things like jellied eyeballs and like little licorice bats and this really rich looking like fall, like autumnal soup and that is served on each platter in like a fully carved out pumpkin. Complete with lid to the side. So she puts like the lids on each one so that like flies don't get at it and stuff.
Mm.
And a lot of other like maybe more niche foods that you haven't seen.
Corn dog.
What?
Hot dog. Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
like a Watergate salad and some vaguely Finnish foods. Motiva named some Finnish foods.
Google, tell me Finnish foods. Bread, cheese,
Yeah.
Yeah, rye bread.
sautéed reindeer, blood dumpling soup, licorice. A lot of licorice.
A lot of licorice.
A lot of liquor. That is, yeah. Yeah.
There's some cinnamon rolls.
Ooh.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, not just licorice, salty licorice.
Yes, it is the bad licorice that nobody is going to like.
Nobody's gonna like these licorice bags. And then I'll also say there's like some little Karelian pies, which is like a carrot and potato and rice pie situation, pastry. So a lot of little snacks, a lot of little food options. Truly enough to feed an army. And to be fair, there's gonna be a lot of bitches here. And the highlight kind of you waiting to help everybody set up is you are like aware whenever Wolf gets here. Falin, you have never met Wolf. And you kind of see this young man. He has this long black hair in like a braid. And he's wearing like workers' clothes, like stain. No, actually no, because he'd be dressed up. He's wearing like almost like a really casual 3-piece suit, but over it is this bright red like cloak, and he has like this really distinct hat. You don't know what this is, Falin. Ash, Sarah, and Motiva, you know that he is in fact dressed up as Anime Van Helsing.
Oh my god. Motiva's gonna point. Weeb.
What?
You know what? I could really get back at you, but it would be low-hanging fruit. Good on you on the safety shorts, though. I'm sure you learned after a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna look at Motiva like, what happened a few years ago?
Well, not while my mother is around, Falin.
Okay, but you have to tell me later.
Oh, absolutely.
As you guys are kind of mumbling to yourselves, you see that Wolf has actually brought a... Oh, I should also send Wolf's pit crew. Hold on. He goes to kind of set down this, like, dish wrapped in aluminum foil.
Ooh.
Pockets it. No, I uncloak the aluminum. I go to, like, peek at it.
Slay, 1 second. I have to find it again. Oh, okay, Slay. Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, I had to look it up in my notes. It's basically stuffing.
Nice.
Nice.
I think he would bring stuffing, maybe like a baked mac and cheese. So you can bank on that to be at the spread as well. He goes to kind of give you a bit of a hug. And I think that he's gonna kind of look over at you, Falin, as he kind of takes a drag of his cigarette, and he blows it out, and he says, as like the smoke is coming out of his mouth, "Nice costume."
Thank you. I like ours too.
Thanks. Are you referencing anything, or are you just trying to be scary?
A demon.
That works.
Pregnant demon coming for your fucking brain.
Oh, I'm sure people could say something about that.
Haha.
No, but she literally is knocked up. Don't give her anything that, like, could make her sick. She can't drink.
He immediately puts out his cigarette. Not a fucking animal.
I think Flynn will go ahead and hold out a hand to him and say, "My name's Flynn. It's nice to meet you."
He goes to shake your hand. He has kind of like calloused fingers, but he has a firm handshake. And he nods and he says, "Name's Wolf."
Ooh, lovely name.
Thanks. My lineage
Yes.
gave it to me.
I feel like Flynn is looking at Motiva, and she's not saying anything out loud, but she wants to convey the question, werewolf?
That's really good.
He wishes. She just shakes her head. Whenever he goes to hug her, by the way, it is fully like she takes his feet off the ground.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I feel like bones could crack. You know what I mean?
They probably do.
Yeah, I feel like truly, and I don't feel bad for this because I know you can fix your hair up in 2 seconds. I do think that he goes to like almost intentionally try to muss up your hair. Here's hoping there's no electrical fires this year. It was really annoying last year to wake up with a hangover post Halloween and have to deal with everybody being idiots.
Oh, Motiva's going to motion in like the Will Smith showing off pose, and she says, Will, no, I didn't say that. Wolf is an electrician.
Oh! You handle the electronics.
I do, or at least the household electronics, wiring, that sort of thing.
If you have any questions about Earth, he's far better at understanding it than I am.
Flynn is immediately going to start asking him questions about how electricity works.
He could tell you. Unfortunately, I think that he would kind of talk about it in a very blasé way. And I feel like what's really interesting technically is because I'm not saying that like most people on Earth don't understand how it works, but I don't. You know what I mean? So like I think that he goes straight into the like demystifying speech he has to give clients. And he's like, it truly is lightning in really thin pieces of metal wrapped in rubber. So keep that fucking plastic safe. But he'll yap about it. He'll yap at his job. He went to trade school for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Motiva's gonna let the two wizards talk.
Yeah. Pays all right. Does that mean you're gonna check up on other people, or what are you doing?
Well, first I want to make sure I'm not leaving my co-host behind, Sarah.
Mhm.
What's you doing?
I do genuinely think that Flynn is going to stay talking with Wolf for a while, and I feel like she starts because Motiva blandly said like, "Oh, if you have questions about Earth," so Flynn now assumes, okay, it's okay for this guy to know.
Nice.
So I think she's gonna get into like drawing similarities between how electricity works and how certain arcane practices work.
Yeah, I figured you were one of those aliens she went to school with. I feel like there's this one thing also that happens when you're talking to Wolf where he like goes as if he's about to get a new cigarette and he has to like stop himself and put it back in the pack and then put it back in his pants pocket. So I think that's a little funny because I think that he this is something Motiva would know. His kind of like go-to hand motions and gesticulations involve having a cigarette. It's like when you don't have pockets but you're used to putting your hands in your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll chat with you about it.
Cigarettes.
I think something
Stories.
of note to Falin is that it's not even that, like, oh, it's safe for him to know, he must already know. I feel like he is very deadpan about a lot of the ways you're talking about stuff. Like, you can't really get, like, a rise out of him.
For better and worse.
I don't think that stops her.
Nice, that's fine. I just wanted to tell you. I'm just telling you because you just met this guy.
This is his dude.
His dude.
This is dude. I think at some point, Falin does devolve into asking questions about himself and like how he and Motiva met, so on and so forth. She's trying to get the embarrassing stories.
Super fair. I don't recall if we ever talked about exactly how they met, but he would tell you that like they've known each other since they were like 5. And like I think because you two are friends, he would even mention like really offhand. I feel like something. Okay. Actually, I think this is something. I think he like looks at you very particularly when he says it, like he's almost like trying to read your reaction to it. But I think he really casually, it's like, yeah, I knew her since before either of us transitioned. Stares at you for a reaction.
Stares at you.
You know what I mean? And I like makes himself look bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think she's just pleased by it. She says,
Nice.
"Oh, that's lovely. It's good to know she has such a close friend."
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think he puffs down now. Okay, nice. Hell yeah. And then I think that he might mention that they both were really scrappy when they were younger. And then also because I think that Falin was really interested in it, I imagine it comes up in conversation. Wolf is actually his last name that he now uses as a first name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have a new last name now, or is it still Wolf? Wolf?
I just go by Wolf. It means I can save money on legal name change.
Ah. It's fine. Wait, do you have to pay money for that?
Yeah. A lot.
Oh.
I'm looking up how much it is in Ohio, because it's really expensive in Washington, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
It is... Oh, fuck you. It's only $90 in Ohio. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Kill yourself.
To be fair, this doesn't explain like how much it costs to like send out all of the faxing and stuff.
Yeah, he also, like, he's just like, I don't need to do it. It's whatever. Expensive. I still think $80 is expensive. It's just here it's like $300.
Yeah.
Falin learns about the American healthcare system.
Yeah. I feel like Falin has this moment where she's like, her heart is breaking, where she's like, I didn't have to do any of that.
Lucky bitch. I do think that he would say bitch, just because I feel like Americans are too comfortable saying that.
I think Falin does apologize.
No. Those no's are in character. I think that he would be like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Are you bullying a pregnant woman?
Yeah, it's my favorite activity.
I knew you were a freak, but
Yeah, tell her I'm the worst guy you've ever met. Do it.
no. I would never say that, even ironically.
Aw.
I also don't think I would believe it if she said it. You've known each other since you were 5. You gotta
Aw.
be at least a bit decent.
Oh, what the fuck? Anyway.
This is my best guy, Wolf. He's so nice, and he takes my sister to school, and he fixed my mom's power box whenever it broke, and they were too scared to touch it.
Yeah. I take her to her clubs now.
That is so nice of you.
I got nothing better to do besides crawl into the walls of houses and see how long it's been since they've upgraded their wires, and usually it hasn't been since 1923.
I feel like one has
Motivo,
this
like-
moment where she looks around and she's like, what year is it on Earth?
Motivo like immediately whips and is like, "That's 100 years."
Oh,
Yeah. And I mean, come on. It's not really fun doing any B&E whenever you're a dimension away. It kind of knocks you in the shoulder.
This is Wolf.
yeah.
Is what
Is Will.
I do want to say as a little almost like blooper reel, side reel, if Falin had been like, oh, what's B&E? Because it's an acronym, he was going to be like, what are you, a cop?
I've done a few B&Es in my day. I know what it's about.
Oh my god. Why
Mine.
does she sound like a grandma?
Because she is a grandma legally.
Jesus.
I'm over 200 years old.
Yep. Should have figured that. Yep.
You wanna,
So right.
If you wanna see someone real old, there's a 300. There's a. She's gonna mumble his 300-year-old MILF over there. You should talk to them. Pilf. I don't
Pilf.
know.
Parent I'd like to fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I was gonna say going away to school made you a freak, but you were like that before you left.
Oh hell yeah.
I think that he would legitimately stay chatting with you for literally as long as you don't like be like, I am going to go do something else, because he never gets to see you. But also, if you go inside, I can tell you what your family is dressed up as.
Yeah. Inside voices.
Inside
Inside
voices. Hell yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start with the most fun one in my opinion. And the most obvious one in my opinion. I do think that your three moms dress up like a trio of witches Hocus Pocus style, truly. I think they do it every year. I think they're like, I don't want to buy a new costume. I just do it for whenever my kids' friends are over, you know?
Yeah.
I do imagine that like have been years where like Ula's friends or Santiri's friends are over. Because I'm DMing this one, that hasn't happened. But so your moms are that. Ula has a very subtle costume because she's just wearing like her scrubs and like a white coat, right? But when you get closer, she has a name tag and it just says Dr. Beat on it. Thank you.
Hilarious news that Motiva wouldn't get this reference because she's
Yeah, she's not on TikTok. At least not anymore. She hasn't been on TikTok in 2 years.
Oh my god.
And then my piece de resistance. So Santeri is dressed up in a really funny outfit. And do you remember whenever I was telling you about Rowan's outfit and I was like, yeah, she's dressed up as something, but it's kind of like that style of outfit where it's like a casual outfit themed around a character or a concept instead of like an actual costume? Santeri is dressed up like a scene girl Gur Invader Zim.
Oh my god.
Stop, that's so cute.
Yeah, she's really cute. I really like this concept for her.
Oh my god.
She has full scene, like, straightened to the point of being fried, bluish green hair.
Oh my god.
loud, squeaky finish. My baby sister.
Loud finish back. God, shut up! Shut up!
Release me.
Really?
Release me.
I literally imagined you were hugging her fucking head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Release me.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what everybody's dressed as, and then you see, Nim and Adon Kai, do finally come out, dressed in their outfits that you got for them. And if in case you did not know, Falin, Adon Kai is the Tin Man Wizard of Oz. And then Nim is wearing a lion kigurumi. And now that they are wearing that, you can tell that their makeup was meant to evoke very cat-like imagery.
Yeah.
And then there's the elephant in the room, that's Grayson. So Grayson does come out dressed up. And I think that this is something that's very interesting, because I honestly think that everybody in the room does a double take about it, right? Because you see Grayson come out in an outfit that has been altered for the different sizing of his proportions, as he comes out very delicately in his hybrid form and then sits down on the couch. And you hear, in this moment of like everybody being really shocked, and it's like, oh my god, Santiri just points at me like, did you bring a furry over here?
Motiva just looks and she says, be sensitive. Furries have a lot of struggles, Santiri. If you want to ask if he's a furry, you just have to ask him. Do you even know his name? Is he just going to be called Furry in your brain?
Grayson, quiet, voice rumbly. I thought this was a safe space. Thank you.
It is
Thank you.
a safe space. My sister just doesn't understand. And she just looks and she says, Santiri, why don't you
What?
speak to the nice man? Why don't you get to know him?
Okay.
Grip.
Santiri is going to go and very hesitantly go sit next to Grayson on the couch and like looks at him. That's pretty good quality fake fur, I guess.
Motiva just doing a laugh.
And Grayson just goes to be like, thank you. It's the first time I've worn it out. It's a hobby. And you can kind of tell that he is only picking up what to say, like, as the rails are being put down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna send him a message and just say, like, you're doing great and you look lovely. Thank you for feeling comfy.
The response is very much like, you know, as a werewolf, it is very funny to sit here and think I want to crawl out of my own skin, considering I do that all the time. But thank you. But yeah, you guys are basically just watching Halloween Town on the TV. No, because Santiri's here. You're watching Nightmare Before Christmas on the TV until Ansa tells you it's okay to eat. And everybody's just chilling. I actually think that Eleni is like doing like, I don't know how to describe it. You know when you stim by like moving your body and it makes it look like you're doing like a little dancey dance when you're standing around
Yeah.
doing nothing? Eleni is doing that from like the kitchen doorway. You know what I mean? Not on the couch.
Elaine's doing like the Animal Crossing dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elaine's doing the pumpkin dance we were just looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ah,
Yeah.
cute. They're all so cute. How you
Yeah.
doing, Sarah?
I'm feeling good. All Halloween.
Oh, Halloween.
Halloween time.
I like to imagine whenever Falin is done with her part, she just goes up to wherever Elaine is and starts doing the same thing.
Nice. I think it's really cute. I think Elaine really likes it. And I feel like it makes them give you a kiss or two before they remember that it can mess up your makeup, and then they just go back to doing a little dancey dance, and there's like this feeling of like restless excitement like from the morning. You know what I mean? Elaine is having fun.
Yeah.
It's really funny to think about how a lot of people, when they go to a new location and are experiencing like Earth or another plane, because it feels like it's always like shell shocking, but then like when you think about Eleni came from fucking ancient Greece but also under the water, I think it's very funny how Eleni is just like, I'm just here. I can't even be shocked anymore because everything is always so different all the time.
Yeah.
Casual aside, also, Giselle would be enamored with The Nightmare Before Christmas and would almost be brought to tears a couple times.
Aww.
Delightful. I was gonna say, I hope everybody like stop motion. I know it's very unnerving for most people the first time they watch it.
I think that's so crazy because I don't know if it's because I grew up with it, but I don't agree. That's crazy.
It is not universal. It is not a stated fact. It is just a common experience.
Interesting. I like
was gonna
Nightmare
say-
Before Christmas, so I'm saying everybody likes it.
But he was gonna pull up Beetlejuice.
She would like Beetlejuice. Oh, that would have been a really cute outfit, Lydia from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah, brother. You watch some very campy, very traditional Halloween films. How does Falin feel like watching a film?
I think she's amazed. I think she keeps asking questions about how it was made while the movie is going.
Nice. Wolf does
Motiva
tell you
pulling
about
out her-
cathode rays.
Yeah, Motiva pulling out her director's cut, and she's like, "We can watch this after."
I love the idea that Halloween Town gets put on, but Santiri has really, really strong opinions about which ones are good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Santiri would like the first Halloween Town the most, but I think something that is very poignant about that is that the first Halloween Town actually has a very similar plotline to you, Motiva.
Motiva starts watching and is just sweating.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha! Yeah, guys, dinner's ready.
Yeah, we can segue into dinner. I'm definitely down for it. You guys are all kind of like ushered by Ansa out into the lovely evening air. It's definitely nippy out here. I'll be honest with you. But it is not something that you're unused to, Motiva. You know what I mean?
Rip to Flynn.
R.I.P. Flynn.
Don't worry, she's reaching in her basket and getting out the Hezro skin.
Nice. Gotta keep yourself warm while you're sitting.
Yep. She just drapes it over herself.
Nice. And you see Ansa goes to clap her hands and say, everyone, thank you for coming to our home. And I hope that you enjoy this very spooky meal for All Souls Eve. You know, something generically spooky like that, you know what I mean? She makes little ooh noises.
Ooh.
Ooh, Fallen
claps a
actually
little.
knowing. Yeah. Like, just like, oh my god, she's such a good witch. I like the idea of Fallen and Motiva just respectfully clapping on the opposite sides of the table, just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
And then she says a little I'm imagining that she says like a little finger quotes spell over the food, and then she tells everybody to dig in. And then you guys can, if there's particular people that you wanted to sit next to or talk to, feel free to tell me. But there actually is an activity to do immediately after dinner.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Motiva not sitting, she hosting, so she's waddling around the table the entire time and then taking sips of her soup.
Yeah, I think that's really cute.
Fallen is doing her damnedest to get little samples of absolutely every dish that there is.
Hell yeah, brother.
She's gonna sit next to Eleni, but outside of that, I feel like she keeps, like she sees Motiva keeps walking around and she keeps trying to stop her to like give her food.
Yeah, that's really cute.
I like the idea of Fallen stopping her to give her food. She's like, oh, have you tried this? You have to try it. So wah 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 wah. Whenever I wah 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 wah.
Yeah. Be careful of this.
Whatever.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. People don't really like it, but I grew up with it, so I crave it sometimes.
Wah 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 wah. Motiva force feeding her partners black licorice is
A rite of passage. Salted licorice, by the way. They're salty.
yep. They're salty.
Salty.
The consensus is that it tastes like medicine. I think of the people, all of your partners do, right? I think Ashawn has the most violent reaction to it. I think Kai just looks a little sad. Not like sad that you did it, but like, you know, whenever you try something and it is so disappointing that it's awful, and you're just like, and then I think Nim just scrunches their nose and says it tastes like medicine, but would eat the whole bat. Maybe get a second bat. I think Nim would like strong flavors that are very medicinal because they're used to it.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, literally. If you lie that you like it enough times, you won't throw it up. Which, by the way, Sarah, you should tell me how much or like how much you think Fallen likes or hates the licorice.
Yeah, I was gonna say Salt Motiva putting toothpick with licorice bat in front of Fallen. Hmm?
I dug up the old food meme that we did forever ago just to check what flavors Fallen likes again. She does not have salty checked off, so I don't think she would like the taste.
Fair.
I think she would absolutely adore the appearance and the texture.
That's real. That's real.
She would be so sad. She would like take a bite and be like really happy, and then the taste would hit and she'd get really sad.
Yeah, real.
I like to imagine Motiva's doing this just as a way to be like, oh, I let people try. Steals the salted licorice.
Yeah, steals the rest that nobody eats. I love that a lot. I think as you guys both are kind of like eating and talking, and especially as like Motiva was like running around hosting, everybody seems to be having like a really good time. I feel like even like the people who maybe haven't had a lot of focus on themselves are like having a really good time. So like Grayson is kind of starting to relax a little bit, especially because like in hybrid form he's actually articulate enough to like pick up a spoon and like eat. He has to be like particular about it because of the way that like muzzles are, so like he ends up like having to like tip his head back and then like pour the soup down his like open jaw, right? But like because of that, it means that it doesn't like break the illusion that he's wearing a suit. I think Giselle and Mina are having a really good time. I think in a way not to disparage them, because being young and freshly in love is very cute. I do think that they're mostly kind of like hanging off of each other and giggling at each other. So if Motiva feels any particular way about that, she can. But I think that's mostly what they're doing at this dinner.
She can give her thoughts on that later. I think Belin would be able to pick up that Motiva is slightly distressed when she looks like she's thinking about it too much.
Oh yeah.
But that's an indoor thought.
It's an indoor thought. That's a later thought. You know what I mean? You're hosting. You're swishing your skirt. I think that that's what's happening. I think that obviously the twins are having a ball. I think that they are chatting a lot. I think that, like, Wolf interacts more with your friends than Santiri does, but I don't think that's surprising. She is a broody little teenager, and everybody's annoying to her, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she does a lot of times, especially in this dinner portion, if like Wolf is giving somebody the time of day, she'll end up coming around and also joining the conversation, you know what I mean? Because that's like a familiar person, and like I said to you yesterday, Ash, or the other day, Wolf and Santiri actually get along really well.
Yes. Adorable.
Yeah. Who else? Hilariously enough, I think that like Nim and Ansa end up kind of chit-chatting a lot in this portion, but you can't really pick up on if it's going well just because of the way that they talk. But something that I think you pick up as you walk around, especially because you know your mothers, is that Nim gets a lot of side glances from Kale.
Ooh.
But they're a doctor. Doctor.
You can't tell if it's a positive or a negative side glance, but Kale isn't really interacting with Nim, but he seems to be looking at them a lot.
Fascinating. That's a later thought.
Yeah.
Writing down notes.
It's true. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of stuff above table, but it's just kind of how that is when you invite 10 people to an event. I'm sorry.
Oh,
There
no,
will
I
be-
fully expect
When
this.
you start going out to do things, that will be whenever certain characters are going and certain characters are not. So then you'll be able to interact with people a little bit better.
I was gonna say, what's this event post-dinner, God?
Yes, so this is a good time to talk about it because we will actually probably, just because of the way that like some of my stuff I realized wasn't like up to date, I actually don't know if I can start any of them right now. But I have a couple different events, and so one of them, which is kind of like a shorter event that we definitely could do, is I know that you wanted to swing by Mystic Brew, and I actually think Mystic Brew has a very traditional Halloween party every year, right, where a bunch of people are there, and there's drinks, and there's like music and walking around and talking to people, and I also imagine that that is where you network for your like Halloween events or like your spooky places to go. So I have outright like hooks, I guess, for like multiple things to do, right? But I can tell you vaguely what those are right now because I think that you guys would find them fun.
Please.
Yeah, so you'll get the invite and the like nudge whenever you go to see Altamira. But the three options I have is we got a corn maze. We have going ghost hunting. So going to like
Oh
a
my
location
God.
with the intent of like trying to like find ghosts. And then we also have and this one is a little bit more vague, but you'll see whenever you get the hook why. Going to visit a cemetery to go to a spooky location.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I don't know if the goths still do this, but people when I was young loved to go hang out in cemeteries actually. So
Yeah.
it's a vibe. You know what I mean? It's very ominous. It's very quiet. It's very calm.
It's the bottom line.
Yeah, it's a vibe, and that's a bit different than like breaking into an abandoned location and trying to find ghosts. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So those are the three like events I have planned. So you guys can, I said this to Ash, you can do all three of them or you could only do a couple of them. If you don't do any of them, we won't have a session tomorrow. Because that's the whole rest of Halloween is these 3 guys.
Me holding up a mic to Sarah. What you want?
I would like to do all of them. Visit a cemetery will be very interesting for Philin.
Yeah, real.
Which one? Which one? Full in one first.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts? What do you think the order of operations would be?
For what Philin would want?
Yeah, let's go with that. I also want to hear your thoughts, but we can go with what Philin wants in character first.
Okay, because my thoughts as Sarah, I would love any of these. I don't care which order we go in. Teehee, box of toys. Philin would want to do corn maze, then ghost hunting, and then cemetery.
I think that's a good one.
I think that sounds like a solid plan.
They get slowly more ooky spooky as you go.
Yeah. Motiva, Shirley Temple in hand. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, cool. Then basically how this is gonna go, because like I said, I don't have all of my stuff ready for some of these. Is there anything else you would like to do kind of like on recording as like an interaction before we cut the episode? Because unfortunately this is where we're gonna have to cut it.
What's up, Mike? To Philin?
I don't have any specific interactions. I think in general, Philin is very, very chatty and wants to say hi and talk to all of her friends. I think she does. The second someone asks anything about her costume, she will start info dumping.
Mm-hmm. Real.
I love that, considering it might be just like a random person. It's just like, oh, and Flynn's just like, I'm about to blow your mind.
Yeah.
I'm wearing bones, motherfucker. Okay, unfortunately, Santeri would think that's really fucking cool.
No,
Like,
that
okay,
is
you're
fortunate.
cool. That is hardcore.
That's fortunate. Everybody wants a 12-year-old to not hate them.
Oh, do you guys want to hear about who would go with you to each of these events? Because they're really fun.
Yeah.
I can tell you since you said you guys want to go to all of them. Actually, let me move this around because I had them in the order I thought you guys would go in, so I'm gonna put them in the order that you are gonna go in.
Curious to see what order you thought we were going to go in.
Don't worry about it.
But
So when you go to the corn maze, I actually think the people who would be the most interested in this would be Adon Kai, Chad, Santiri, and the first time that they would have been separated this whole night, Mina.
Ooh.
Yeah.
oh,
So you'd be able to kind of interact with those 4 whenever you go to the corn maze. When you go ghost hunting, that would actually be Rowan, Grayson, Ashawn, and Wolf. Wolf and Motiva could tell you that they used to illegally ghost hunt all the time, so he would know the hot spots. And then whenever you go to the graveyard, that would be Elaney, Giselle, Nim, and for reasons you'll learn during the hook, Will.
Oh.
Yeah.
What business you got in a
Fascinating.
cemetery, my boy?
If you guys want, it depends on what you want to do, because I didn't have a ton planned for specifically like the party when you go to Mystic Brew. That would be at the top of next session. But I can tell you a little bit about like how you would learn about each of these locations if you wanted, or you could wait to get it in character. It's really up to whatever you guys want.
I'm a little couple and I do love info, but Sarah, what do you want?
I'm down for either. Give me that info.
Okay, awesome. So The ghost hunting would be specifically you'd be hearing about all 3 of these locations from Altamira. The ghost hunting would be specifically a house that has been abandoned for some time, but they stopped blocking people from going in. Right? So now it's kind of like it's abandoned and it might be haunted, but it's like not heavily guarded by like the local civic infrastructure, which actually is a really big issue when it comes to like urban exploration. It's like, okay, how long has it been left alone, and is it like condemned or not? Because if it's condemned, it's blocked off and people guard it, and it's really illegal to go there. But this is now a house that is not really for sale, not really condemned, just old, creepy, ripe for the picking. You know what I mean?
Spooky.
And that would be something that you hear, yeah, Tavern Keep, but it's your local witchy barista. The corn maze is because Altamira is actually running it, so she would be moving the party to the corn maze to go dick around in the cornfield with the corn maze. Once again, that's very Ohioan to me because that was very North Carolinian. Is like, okay, we have to close the shop because I don't want anybody to come while I'm extra drunk. Let's go out into the middle of nowhere and keep partying, right? Which means since you're going to it first, that means that you would be going to it when it's a bit more tame, but that's fine because Santeria will be there. And then the graveyard is actually from Altamira's request. She would say that she has to go run the corn maze, but she left something in a very specific graveyard, and she would like you guys to go find it. And if you can bring it back, you'll get a reward.
Ooh.
Yes.
Spooked.
Spooky things. And she'd be like, yeah, I really like that place, but like, I'm gonna be busy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Spooked.
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 And I think you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with it. I think that the order that you're doing these things in, I think will have a very interesting flow to it.
What have we done?
You haven't done anything bad. I just think it's very interesting.
Okay, I'm trusting you.
Thank you. I think the graveyard is a good one to end on. Okay, then I'm gonna stop recording.
Hell yeah, brother.
I forgot I was still recording. I thought I was just talking. Oopsies. Hi, everybody. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.